It is my privilege to share with you some details of the life of Eva Nourse. She was a member of the National Society of the Colonial Dames of America. She is buried here in Woodland Cemetery in the family mausoleum with her husband, son, and daughter-in-law. Eva was born May 23, 1862. She was the oldest of 5 children. Her father, Emery Miller, was well educated and became a minister of the Methodist Episcopal Church. His work required moving his family several times to different locations until they finally settled in Des Moines. Eva graduated from the University of Iowa, earning a Bachelor of Philosophy degree. 3 years later, she married Clifton Lafayette Nourse. Together they had 2 sons, Emery and Roderick. Both were born in Des Moines and both graduated from Princeton University and served as commissioned officers in World War I. Eva's parents had deep family lines in the history and development of the United States. Her interest in ancestry led her to research and write a book titled The Milner-Du Bois Family, Its History and Genealogy. It was published in 1928. Her membership included Daughters of the American Revolution, the National Society of the Colonial Dames of America. Eva was admitted to the Colonial Dames in 1907 and was actively involved in leadership positions until her death in 1957. She was posthumously awarded the highest honor that can be bestowed for outstanding dedication and service to the organization, the National Roll of Honor, in 1958. Eva's story takes on even more depth with the added history of her husband's family. Clifton's great-uncle was Joseph Nourse, born in London in 1754. He served as the first registrar of the U.S. Treasury from 1781 to 1829. During the War of 1812, when the British invaded and set fire to Washington, D.C. and the White House, President James Madison's wife, Dolly, escaped by horse-drawn carriage with the now famous portrait of George Washington to the home of Joseph and Maria Nourse. Their federal period house was acquired by the National Society of the Colonial Dames of America and remains to this day the national headquarters for the organization, as well as a federal period house museum in Georgetown. After Eva's death, the family donated her Colonial Dame badge to the Iowa Society. It has been cherished and passed from one Iowa Society president to the next for the purpose of wearing it during official meetings at local, state, and national levels. It was my honor to wear this badge during my term as the Iowa Society president. Through the gift of her badge, the memory and legacy of Eva Miller Nourse and the early history of our country continue to live on.